Now I had the time of my life. No, I never felt like this before. Yes, I swear it's a truth, and I owe it all to you.
'Cause I had the time of my life, and I owe it all to you.
I've been waiting for so long, now I finally found someone to stand by me.
We saw the writing on the wall as we felt this magical fantasy.
Now with passion in our eyes, there's no way we could disguise the secret need. So we take each other's hand, 'cause we seem to understand the urgency. Just remember,
You're the one thing
I can't get enough of.
so I tell you something. This could be love because I had the time of my life. I never felt this way before. Yes, I swear it's the truth, and I owe it all to you.
Hey baby,
With my body and soul, I want you more than you'll ever know.
so we'll just let it go. Don't be afraid to lose control. No.
Yes, I know it's on your mind. You say, stay with me tonight.
Just remember, you're the one thing
I can't get enough of.
so I'll tell you something.
This could be love because I had the time of my life. Never felt this way before. Yes, I swear it's the truth, and I owe it all to you. 'Cause I had the time of my life, and I'm trying to every open door. So I had the truth, and I owe it all to you.
had the time of my life. No, I never felt this way before.
Never felt
Yes, I
this
swear
way.
it's the truth, and I owe it all to you.
We'll knock off now and take the next 2 days off. How's that?
Do that again. You are so stupid.
That's right.
They're all gonna laugh at you!
That's right.
There is nothing wrong with your radio.
That's right.
This is crazy! What's going on here?
I don't know. It's lovely.
$100 smoking in my billfold. I know I ought to save it, but it's burning a hole right through my pocket and into my skin. Come Monday morning, I'll be broke again. It's finally Friday, I'm free again. I got my motor running for a wild weekend. It's finally Friday, I'm out of control. Forget the working blues and let the good time roll.
All we want to do is pop you up.
I got a little sugar baby down the road. She's sitting on a radio and rocking on tone. We'll dance up a storm and later on tonight we'll be working on doing all the wrong things right.
That's right.
It's finally Friday, I'm free again. I got my motor running for a wild weekend. It's finally Friday, I'm out of control. Forget the working blues and let the good time roll.
I'll be back.
Oh, that's wonderful.
We're naked, is that okay? Stop that. You'll go blind.
It's wet, but it stretches.
Huge! Holy Ruthie Fitapelli.
Monday I'll be hurting with my head in a vice. Tuesday I'll be wondering if I'll ever survive. Wednesday and a Thursday I'll be slowly tuning in. Friday I'll be revving up my motor again. Finally Friday I'm free again. I got my motor running for a wild weekend. It's finally Friday, I'm out of control. Forget the working blues and let the good times roll. Finally Friday,
Whoop-de-doo it.
I got my motor running for a wild weekend. It's finally Friday.
That is unbelievable, man.
Forget the working blues and let the good times roll.
So in my best kindergarten voice, I said,
The answer is...
Ruthie Fitapelli.
That's right. That's right.
Good morning. I'm here.
Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up!
What is dark matter?
Okay, we don't know.
That's great. That's why it's called dark.
It's exactly.
Everyone knows all reputable information comes from random people on the internet. Tell me things, internet. The earth is flat. It's like school in your hand.
Okay, dark matter is something we do not know what it is. We believe the dark matter is there, but we have never detected it. Well, what I'm afraid of course, is that there is no dark matter out there.
There was one?
There is no dark matter out there. We need to think really hard.
Well, TGIF. Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to the IRONWORX right here on freeworld.fm. You know, I really thought this would be a lot easier for me. But even still, it's hard seeing them through the screen and not being in person. But what a fucking week. What's up, fellas?
What's up, brother?
You know, after 10 years, you wouldn't think you could really change the way this shit feels, but I'll be damned if this don't feel different now.
Yeah.
What did you just say, Zach? You cut out.
What'd you say?
Got the pictures to prove it.
And the pictures to prove it. That we do. Yep.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
That was pretty fucking awesome. I got to say. Trying to figure out how to best relay the events of the past week, and I'm just not convinced there's a good way to do it.
Yeah, I know. I've been trying to figure that one out, too. I'm also playing catch up with Laura's drama with her neighbor, good Lord, in chat. That's crazy. Yes, Rico, it was an effing week, indeed. That dude jammed. I saw it happen.
Yeah. So what'd you guys think of these festivals. You guys both had your first Flattoberfest. I know it was kind of insane because of a hurricane. What, 500-600 miles inland?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hard to plan for that.
Excuse me. Yeah, pretty nuts. Needless to say, Michelle was, worried about the fact that we were heading into a hurricane. That was before I even got to Josh's, not even before I headed to South Carolina. And I kept, I understood I rarely go anywhere without her, and especially for extensive periods. And so I'm here. I'm in South Louisiana. We run, we don't run, we stay. It depends. We know we are used to it. It's, the infrastructure is ready for it here, mostly, except for a lot of the power lines here with trees on them. But, there are systems in place. We have lots of stuff, dams and levees, and excuse me, sorry, pump stations and just all kinds of stuff. So, yeah, it was. Don't worry, Michelle. I know how to drive in bad weather. I got this. We'll get there fine. And so we took off early. Thank God. Josh. Uh-oh. What did I do? I just saw my name in chat. Oh. Yeah, that's why I turned the camera off. I never look at it. Anyway. Yeah, so we headed out, and it got dark finally there in the mountains, and the rain did start. We were putting it off. We weren't really thinking we'd have rain, a whole lot. But we did, and at the end of that trip, getting to their house, Cami's house, it was nuts. Hydroplaning, seeing wrecks, and just, crazy. But that was, to be expected in some weather. So we got to her house and made our amazing hellos and hugs, and woke up the next day to get ready for, what might be a day storm, maybe lose power, maybe not. It wasn't like we were battening down for the end of the world. We were just getting ready for just like some stormy weather. Bought a few groceries extra, and went to bed Thursday night thinking everything would be cool for Friday, get through the storm and head to the festival. Tell them about the trees, Zack.
Trees everywhere. Like, we couldn't get out of our neighborhood at first. Like the normal way. Well, no, we couldn't even get off our block at first.
The back way, right.
Falling down everywhere.
But
it's amazing. It's amazing how quickly these people just got out there with their chainsaws and just started cleaning up the roads. Yeah, it was. And things are starting to get somewhat back to normal. Lines at the grocery stores and stuff. I mean, there's still some places that don't have power. They're not going to have it for like another week, which is just crazy to me. But yeah,
yes,
that was like probably the worst storm this place has seen in a really long time. That's what all the locals are saying. People have been here their whole lives, or in their 40s and 50s, whatnot. So they've never seen anything like this here. Yeah, it was wild. But with all that craziness trying to, stop us from gathering, and what happened, guys?
We make do. We improvise, we adapt, and we overcome.
Indeed we do. I mean, when we say there was destruction and power lines down, the venue, like the festival area, the music camp, we couldn't get to it. There was a guy literally posted up. Well, I thought he was posted up. I guess it was just the timing of him having come through that gate when we got there. But he met us at the gate to the event because Karen couldn't get through to the people. They lived in a place called Asheville, which is about 40 or 50 miles away from where we were. And when Michelle was keeping me posted, she was sending me videos and news reports, and suddenly we got a report that Asheville was cut off from the world, no access except by air. They were completely flooded out. And she sent me some videos. I don't know if I can show them. I don't even know how to get to them on my phone because my phone doesn't play TikTok anymore. But unless you have the app. Anyway, yeah, it was like stuff we've never seen here. Like we've never seen. You know, when we hear flash flooding, we know, you know, get ready. Water's going to rise. You see it's coming. You got sandbags ready. Dude, I saw a video of water coming through the forest like some shit out of a movie put there by special effects guys. Because what I saw made no sense. It just, water just fucking flew through that area. It went by those houses like some kind of, like a train on track. Just flew by. It was the most insane shit I've ever seen. And that's where the people lived, who were the ones to get us in the venue, who owned the land, the building. You know, it was their place. And so they were the ones that had to get us in there. The place where it already had some of the musical equipment, some of the T-shirts, and just various things that already been put there, you know, getting ready for the event. And we couldn't even drive out there. We couldn't even get to that place Friday. So, and then Friday night, apparently there was some people at, I believe it was Karen's mom's house, and there was some other people at the Hampton Inn there. And then Saturday, we woke up to go to the Hampton Inn because we were going to make a festival happen. And we thought, or I thought anyway, well, that's going to be difficult to do at best. I thought maybe in a conference room, because, you know, MechaCon, the anime convention, my brother-in-law and them do, they always do it indoors. They have convention rooms, that kind of thing. So I thought, well, maybe that's what they got planned now. Dude, we pull up, the whole back lot area, I don't know, maybe almost the length of a football field, not quite, definitely not as wide. And then some woods behind it, and there were tents, and there were vendor booths already being set up, and Dr. La killing it in his setup, cooking his ass off, which that was a hug that was a long time coming, and beautiful, and it just, there's no one I've met that gives like that, just constantly. Every time I walked by that dude, he was hustling. He was something else. Yeah, it truly created a freaking event from the ground, in the middle of a fucking parking lot, not the parking lot, but behind the park. It was the most insane, most like, yeah, we're going to do this in spite of the weather, in spite of them trying to stop us, or whatever kind of thing you want to think. It was like beautiful, 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 beautiful.
Yeah, just kinds of guitars and a drum set, and yeah, dude, just amazing. How we just came together and still had our festival.
Right. Super shout out to Mojo Shop, who luckily had some equipment that he was able to set up and get the music going and get the band set up. And then, like you said, Bill Natano showed up with his guitars and his stuff that helped get the band going. I talked to him last night. He was so pumped up that Chief Crow got to play his guitar, dude. That was just like awesome. I would have been pumped up if Chief Crow played my guitar. So yeah, that was quite the event. There's really no way to even describe it all to y'all, as you see as we ramble through here. And I'm trying to play catch up and chat, and I know I missed everybody.
And it sucks because I've heard that before. Well, there's just no way to describe it. Well, fucking great. For those of us that can't attend to a Flat Earth festival, the fact that you can't describe it's really effing great for me. Thanks.
Now you get it, huh?
I understand not being able to describe it, but it's not that there aren't. It's not that there's not a way to describe it. I can describe it for you, but none of those words are going to be adequate. Yeah, I don't know. Rico said he was starting to tear up again this morning, and I knew I would too. I literally knew that I would. As soon as I started it and saw Zack and saw Walter again, I knew it was going to happen. And I'll be damned if I wasn't right. Apparently he was crushing there on Liz, too, once he finally got to meet her.
Yeah. Yes, Liz did have a great time. I saw that question earlier as I was trying to play catch up. She had a great time. Well, I was there anyway. She seemed to be, and definitely left an impression on all of us. Good morning, sweetie. Needless to say, the cats were excited to see me home. Vendor couldn't stop talking to me. Like, where the hell you been, dude? You know these people don't know how to do my food, right? What are you thinking leaving me alone with these people who don't know how to do my food the right way?
No, and Hank and Min barked at her one time. And then Minion might have barked at her one more time after that. And she didn't believe us. We kept telling her, "What, do you have sausage in your pocket? Are you carrying bacon around with you? Why do our dogs love you so much?" Like, people who have been to the house 100 times, just Jack and his family. Every time they get up and walk, the dogs bark. Doesn't matter who it is. Like, everybody. People who have been there for, a few days. They get up and walk, the dogs bark. Liz, not a peep. I don't understand it. But they
I mean,
just
literally, I would walk out the door to the car to grab something and walk right back in and get barked at. Not as much by Hank, because Hank remembered me. I felt that as soon as he walked up. He was like, "Oh, that's that dude. I went to his house." But Minion was dude. He was guarding Mom, that fucking chest up and that stance. He is the biggest dog on earth at that point, and he knows it. And then he settled down and was just a sweetie. So, yeah, definitely miss them too.
More than the other people in the house that had been over at the house. I noticed at the end of it, they weren't as, they'd see you and be like, okay, it's those guys, okay. But I don't know what it is about Liz. They took to Liz instantly. Minion up on her lap and stuff. I was like, what is going on here? She's got to have sausage in her pocket or something. But no, she fit in. She really did. She didn't want to go. She sent us a message from Atlanta saying, okay, I'm ready to come back now.
I know, I saw that coming in. That's what teared me up this morning as I was reading Liz wanting you to go right back and pick her up at the airport. I'm like, dude, that's how I felt like when I first got there at the airport when Josh dropped me off. There was like a message that instantly popped up on my little phone app saying, your flight's been delayed, pick another flight. And I'm like, what? I'm going to pick one like next week. But it was just the layover flight there in Dallas was going to be like an hour or so late. So that was what they were trying to get me to do. Had it been the flight, though, in St. Louis, I'd have been calling Josh right away. Come back. No, come back. Oh, man. Didn't want to leave and wanted to go on every day.
Admit, I told you, you'll be so exhausted from lack of sleep, you won't care. You'll just want to get up and going.
Sleep? What? Shower? Who? Well, let's go.
Yeah, it was just amazing. The way we came together and made it happen. I even told Karen, I was like, this might have been the best one ever, just because of the circumstances and everything. And the Hampton Inn, wow. Never seen such hospitality.
No doubt.
There's not many hotels that are going to let you go. I mean, I know there was a disaster, the day before, but still allow you to set up a festival. Not, didn't ask for any money. We got together some money and gave the staff there. It was like a $500 tip. But they let us use their electricity. They let us come in and get some coffee and stuff in the morning. They were letting us use their bathrooms. All kinds of stuff. Just, yeah, sure. We understand. We know how this. And thank God it was an outdoor festival and everybody had all that camping gear. Because that never would have happened. If it would have been an indoor festival, there were very few even businesses who had power. We got off the highway. And, you can see the Hampton Inn sign right from the highway. It's like, there's a gas station on the corner, and then the Hampton Inn is like kitty corner right behind that. from pulling off the highway, it took us over 45 minutes to get into the Hampton Inn because none of the stoplights were working and everybody was trying to get into that one gas station that still had pumps that worked. Yeah, I mean, it was a madhouse just trying to get there. And yeah, still didn't stop us. It was amazing. How the World Works wasn't as good as it usually was. We didn't have some of the stuff there, and then a lot of the stuff was visual stuff, and we were out in the sun. And that didn't work very well. You couldn't see the fire in the Rubens tube during the day. You couldn't see the Tesla coils lighting stuff up. You know, it went all right. You know, but I was hoping the exhibits would have been able to be seen a little bit better. Rubens tube got seen at night pretty well. We hooked it up to the
Yeah,
that was pretty wild looking.
dude, I didn't see anybody walking away from your booth area with a frown on their face about any of the demonstrations you gave. Everybody was still blown away. The kids were having a blast. Cami was on her game for damn sure. And that was the other thing, man, seeing the kids just running around in the middle of it all.
Yeah.
Having fun, being part of it, throwing frisbees to the band while they were literally live. It was just great. It was fucking family. It was truly family.
Big shout out to Billingtano there in chat. Sorry I missed your call last night. I did see that you were giving me a buzz. Had I been there, I would have answered it. Had I known that it was ringing, I would have answered it. I was there. I just didn't know it was ringing. But what's up?
Yeah, it was awesome meeting Billingtano.
Yes,
yeah, man. And his family, the dogs, and I think it was Amanda and, oh man, my brain's gone. I'll never remember all the names of the new people I met, man. There's just no way. But it was great, finally putting arms around that amazing, beautiful dude. We didn't get to jam like we wanted to because the weather was, you know, still kind of drizzly and wet. Every second you walk across that little field, you meet somebody or see somebody or hear somebody call your name over and gets distracted so easily. It was hard to keep anything focused for a very long time. So we just never got a chance to jam. We will, though.
That's why they say these things need to be
Amanda and Melissa and Jake. Let's not forget Jake. He was shy, but he was a sweetie.
Yeah, Jake was a good boy.
What?
You know, that's why I've always said these things need to be like a week-long camping thing.
At least a week, dude. At least.
What you want to do in just a weekend? You can't do all the hanging you want to do, buddy. It's just impossible.
No.
And the energy, jeez. And with all that going on, all the stress and all the turmoil of even just getting there and all that kind of stuff, I didn't hear one person raise their voice in anger the whole weekend. Again, another festival without any fighting or anything like that. Yeah, it was. That's why I love these things. It's like family reunions, but everybody gets along. You don't have those two drunk uncles that are fighting over the same girl or something like that, like you get at family reunions.
Nah, we were all just crushing on Liz. That was about it. Speak of the devil.
There
see
she
you,
is.
beautiful lady in chat. Where are you right now? I don't have any point of reference.
She's early. She was supposed to be getting into Edinburgh about by the end of the third segment of the show. She was hoping to be in right at the end. She's 37,000 feet up.
Let her
Nice.
go.
Oh, wow. That's what's up. She is higher than the rest of us.
I kept going.
Yes, I'm sure you're quite tired, man. Nothing wears you out like traveling and running through airports. That being said, as much as I was like trepidatious about the trip, I definitely had a blast on the trip, on the drive, on all of it. My body just, I guess, going to the gym has actually done some good. In fact, me and Law were talking about that. He was showing me some old pictures of him, and I'm like, dude, you are like my new hero. I want to get in shape like that dude. I probably will never get in shape like that dude, but at least I have a goal now.
There you go.
He was talking about how simple it is. Just go do your thing every day, and before you know it, it happens. So it definitely helped me on these trips, without a doubt. I definitely knew that, every time I went to Oregon, I literally would get there crippled up and have to recover for a couple of days. Yeah, it was great. In hospitality, beyond measure, Dixie, the bunnies, the amazing bunnies, oh, the beautiful dogs. There were even squirrels outside that greeted me at Josh's. It was quite amazing. And then the same there at Cami's house with the welcome and here, just turn yourself loose, do whatever you need. Yeah. And the place there, my God, with that water behind it is just powerful. There's a beautiful upstairs, like screened in porch area with some real comfortable chairs. And you hear that water just going down there behind it all. And yeah, I couldn't stay out there longer than 20 minutes without starting to nod off. In fact, Law came by his last night before he headed home to hang out, and he was sitting next to me on the other side of the little couch thing. And I saw his head start nodding over. Sure enough, here in a second, he was out. So I figured he needed a nap before the road. Yeah, that was just beautiful there. Beautiful.
Not to brag or
Rico
nothing.
wants to hear wants to hear Liz say his name one more time. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, wow. Are we actually at a break already?
We are at a break. So we're going to take a little break, and I'm just going to chew on this here Cadillac of gummy bears. Because you can be sure I had to stop and get me some fresh gummy bears when I got home.
I'll be right back.
From my hometown, believe it or not.
So crazy. Another thing we might have to jump into, because again, those synchronicities were just a little nutty. But do stick around as I figure out which pot I'm pulling up. This is a little band called.
I found them. Found them on the way home.
Look at you go!
With Michelle, I said, "Wait, we got to go look. Let me just go look down the candy aisle in case." And I was like, "What? Ah!"
Awesome.
You guys don't understand about this. Josh is a pusher. He's a fucking enabler. We get in the car and he pulls out this box, like square container of these gummy bears. And I'm like, I've had gummy bears, but I'll have one thing. Dude, he had the whole house addicted to it. There was 2 left the day after we got there, or at least maybe the third day. Yeah, they're really great. The gummy of flat earth. We'll get them as a sponsor.
Yeah, they are a bit addictive. They are indeed. Let's take a little break, and we'll be back after this for the second half of the first half of the IRONWORX on this first day back after Flattoberfest, as we try to process just what the hell we went through. Stick around. A little mashup. Oh, come on. See, I told you I had to figure out which pot it was I was pulling up, and it was the wrong one. All right.
We're just having fun. We don't care who sees. So what, we go out, 'cause that's how it's supposed to be. Live young and wild and free. Hello, is there anybody in there? Just nod if you can hear me. Is there anyone home? Come on now, are you feeling down? Well, I can ease your pain and get you on your feet again. So what, we get drunk, So when we smoke weed, we're just having fun. We don't care who sees. So when we go out, 'cause that's how it's supposed to be. Living young and wild and free. Relax, I need some information first. Just basic facts. Can you show me where it hurts? Ah, come on now. I hear you feeling down. Well, I can ease your pain and get you on your feet again. There is hoping you are receding. A distant ship, smoke on the horizon. You're only coming through in waves. Your lips move, but I can hear what you're saying. Party. Roll one, smoke one, and we all just having fun. Roll one, smoke one. When you live like this, you're supposed to party. Roll one, smoke one, and we all just having fun. So when we get drunk, so when we smoke weed, we're just having fun. We don't care who sees. So when we go out, 'cause that's how it's supposed to be. Living young and wild and free. So when we get drunk, so when we smoke weed, we're just having fun. We don't care who sees. So when we go out, 'cause that's how it's supposed to be. Living young and wild and free. So when we get drunk, so when we smoke weed,
sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
Not to worry. I have a permit.
This just says I can do what I want.
Because that's all the permit we need. Welcome back to the second half of the first half of the IRONWORX right here on freeworld.fm. Shut up! And we are also streaming on the ironrealmmedia YouTube channel.
So Liz has learned the magic power of cinnamon. She didn't know she liked cinnamon, let alone gobs and gobs and gobs of it in coffee.
Every day.
He taught her the magic of hazelnut creamer and lots of cinnamon. It doesn't even taste like coffee anymore. It tastes like candy water. Hot, warm candy water. Yeah. I think she had fun. She
Real
had
quick, who was that track, man? That was different.
That was a little different. That was a little group called Safety Orange. And they're well known for their mashups like that. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Well, it started off, and I'm like, wait, I know these lyrics. What am I listening to? And then it hit me like, oh, get the fuck out of here. Then it started going other places. I'm like, oh, this is very cool. So, Andy B, what's up, brother? I got to hang out with you inadvertently on your live stream there from the event that Rico made his way with his camera around to us finally, and then it, I think, pooped out, and then finally Nico made it around to us with her camera and set up, and we got to hop on and say hey to you guys there. Definitely miss putting a hug around you, my brother. It'll happen. We're gonna make it happen soon. In fact, just last night, Bill Antano was talking about like wanting to get one going in the Midwest because he's got like a little group there. You know, Lee's close to him and somebody else. Damn it, I'm so terrible. Anyway, yes, Liz, I was very coffee deficient on that plane trip because I'm not about the hot coffee and they didn't have the cold coffee. So I get it, coffee, needing coffee. In fact, you know what? I don't think I poured one during that break because I was jamming. I sure didn't. I might do that. I'll be right back.
And now that she's 37,000 feet flying high above the Atlantic, I can say I think I successfully met Liz without obviously hitting on her. So congratulations to me. I don't think I made her uncomfortable in any way. Hopefully. But it took some effort.
Yeah, we had so much fun. The boys were looking for Liz.
I bet they were wandering around wondering where the hell everybody went.
Yeah, it was yesterday about 3. It got out. Then we had a couple hours left with Liz before we had to run her. Well, an hour and a half. I think we left about 4 to get her there, and there was some traffic and all that good stuff, so we got to hold on to her a little bit longer. But yeah, Greenville is so easy to get out of. It really is. It's such a small airport. Like you walk in and you can see the whole airport from just about every door. You look down to the right, you see the end of it, like where they start having all the different flight stuff, you know, to register your flight or whatnot. And you look down to the left and you can see the baggage area and the wall. And that's like the airport. It's all right there. Just a small little, yeah. Yeah, that was, man, I didn't want it to end. And I don't know, it could have been because you guys were there and Liz was there and, you know, so many new faces that we've been waiting to see for years. I mean, we usually say this after every event that this is the best one. But I don't know, this for me, you know, having all of us together, the crew, I don't know, this one was just really, really special for me.
I mean, it was special for so many. In fact, I saw Rico earlier in the chat saying that it was the best one for him. And I know he's been to more than one. So for that, you know, also being his opinion. And of course, you know, the first one, the best. But I think it had just a lot to do with pulling it out of our asses like that, dude. Because it wasn't really, I mean, you know, if it hadn't been the fact that Hampton was good for us and treated us right, you know, I thought it was just going to be us hanging out all weekend, which was fine. Like, just like even on Friday night when there were potentially some things happening over at Karen's mom's house or at the Hampton, we much just preferred basking in each other's energy and company and just having not hung out like that before Iron Rim people and Liz and all the same area, just sharing energy was amazing. And didn't want that to stop, even though I did want to meet everybody and hang out. And, you know, I knew there were musicians and probably some guitars going around, but I was eating up the prana. It was so amazing just hanging out, you know, and it wasn't necessarily we were all stuck up each other's ass. It was like we were all in a house that we all shared together. Like it would be the commune I'd live in the rest of my life without a fucking doubt, you know, just home. That's what it felt like.
Yeah, I mean, it was like Josh and Walt could have stayed forever. It was like they were just home.
That's what it felt like.
It really
like
did.
We were just home.
There really was such a comfort level. Go ahead, Zach.
Josh?
I was just saying there really was odd comfort level. Like it was one thing, maybe the first words out of Walt's mouth that I heard him speak at the airport threw me a little bit because I was so used to only hearing him through the cans. So to hear it coming from a live person somewhere threw me off just a little bit. But after that brief split second, man, it was like it's always been. Like it was just supposed to be that way. It's always been that way. And it was the same thing getting to Cami's. It was just seemed to fall right in. Just seemed to just everything just felt so normal and natural and just not uncomfortable in any way whatsoever.
Like we'd done it 1,000 times.
Yep.
Yeah, that kind of threw me too. When Liz was like, "So what's it like having all three of you together?" Like, weirdly enough, it's like we've been, like I saw him yesterday.
Yeah, like we've always just lived together.
Yeah, that's pretty weird.
And well, it's the same
Good
thing
morning,
with
gents.
Good morning, Andrew.
Andrew, what's
How
up, man?
the
Hello,
hell are
hello.
you, sir?
I've got a. I think I've asked this question in the past, but I forget. Walt, was that your first Flattoberfest you ever went to?
That was my first flat anything. Well, I say that I did go to an early 2017-ish, 16-ish, maybe. One up when I was in Oregon. They had one at a local bar there, and Daryl Marble happened to be in town, so I got to hang out with him. That's where I met Carolyn Gutman Day, and I'm terrible with names, and I suck at it, but another awesome person who was actually at the festival there with us on Saturday and Sunday. So, because he was like, "Yeah, man, we met before in Oregon." I'm like, "No shit, dude, you were at the one with Daryl." He's like, "Yeah, and Carolyn," and I'm like, "Oh, dude." And the name is completely gone.
So
I'm terrible, and I am
you
sorry.
felt the same thing I did when I was in Vegas, and there's an energy level to it that it's undescribable. It's even in the circumstances that everyone was in for the whole hurricane situation. Yeah, and I was there, but yeah, it's undescribable. I didn't want to leave. I was hoping Karen was like, "All right, by the way, this is going to be an ongoing thing."
And be here, y'all. Just come
we're
and
not
go as you
ending.
please. Right. Yep, that's what
It's
I
like,
wanted.
oh, but I have a flight going home, so
In
shit.
fact, the last night, as I was hugging her for the 100th time, probably, and she was like, "Did you really have a good time?" I'm like, "Karen, you don't even understand what this has been like, for my first one, and I know it didn't like happen like you wanted it to happen, but for me, it couldn't have happened any better. This was the most amazing thing ever. This has been beautiful. You've pulled it together somehow with all this great help from these amazing people. And yes, I had a fucking blast, and I hugged her even tighter. And please, let's do it again tomorrow and the next day and the next day." And she just started laughing.
Exactly.
She's like, "Yeah, that's how it is every time. And you don't want it to end ever." I'm like, "Right, let's just keep this going." So
I may butcher this quote, but it goes something along the lines of, "When disaster strikes, heroes will arrive," something like that. So, and I think that's what happened in this circumstance.
Yeah, Brian was there. Brian Stavely was there, and he was talking to I think it was like me and Ben Balderson, and we were just yapping, and he was like, somebody was talking about, "Yeah, man, I can't believe how this just came together." And he was like, "It's because we're the fucking best, man. Obviously, we're the best. If you don't think we're the best, you're friggin' stupid, because we're obviously the best." Dude, I love Brian. He's fucking great. He's crazy as I knew he would be.
Big shout out to Jana. Also in chat this morning. Good to see you there this
Is she
morning.
there?
Good to meet you.
Oh, it's so good to see you and to hug you. Yes, beautiful, beautiful soul.
Quite the Southern Belle.
And she had some serious damage done to her house, man.
Yeah.
She came down and went through her roof. Like,
yeah.
Good thing nobody was going to the bathroom at that time, because, yeah, for real. So lots of love. And John, call if there's anything we can do. I know you were up at, they put you into a nice little hotel or whatnot, but yeah, if you know, she knows. Our house is your house, you know that. But yeah, it was amazing seeing everybody come together like that right after a disaster. And
what I think would be really cool to do is to actually send a whole bunch of thank you cards to the hotel for allowing that to happen, like last minute.
Yeah.
Like to the manager
Yeah.
or whatnot. I think
Spreading
that would
the
be
word.
very good.
Everybody, good reviews, like
Yeah.
on everything. And then we scrounged together, I think it was like $500 for the staff. But no,
That's awesome.
they came and told us that they want us to come back and do it again.
In their
That's funny.
backyard. That's great.
For joining us. They were coming out and eating and listening to music and just talking with people.
Yeah,
they-
there was definitely flat smacking going on with the hotel staff, and I think even a minister or a preacher that Lee met there was invited to come out on Sunday and have some food with us. Now, I don't know if he made it or not, because again, things were a bit distracting, but yeah, we all did our little share trying to get them out there. They were fabulous. And like like Zach said, we kind of spread the word to, go to their site and give them a glowing review. And hey, look, even if you weren't there, go give them an awesome. I heard this is what you guys did for the people that we all love and appreciate. And the fact that y'all did it for them was just phenomenal. 5+ stars, kind of thing. Let's just let's break their rating system that we overdo it so much.
Company's name, but they asked to do it at another place first. And they were told, no, we're not going to allow any of that. So there's a group of people that were going to be camping Friday night ended up going to these few hotels that were right there, the closest ones. And they pretty much booked it out. They got all the rooms because it wasn't just us there. Like everybody in the area that's out of power was trying to get to the hotels that had power. It was crazy situation. And they were just like, they asked, hey, would it be okay if we, set up some stuff? And then they're like, yeah. Oh, you need the power here? Plug in. You need to use the bathrooms and all this stuff? Yeah, no problem. Never asked for a penny. Just so polite. Yeah, there is.
Oh, wow. Rico and Chad is saying the Hampton fed them too. So I missed that part of it. That's amazing. Yeah, dude, let's go blow it up. I know I kept saying I was going to do it while I was there. And of course, distractions, and never did.
Yeah. Just an amazing.
But I'm going to go find their site right now and share it in chat. So give me a second or two.
Yeah, I've not had a chance to write the review either, but I hope everybody does head over there and just starts blowing up that Google reviews and the Yelp reviews. They were like at 4.1, I think, when I checked at the event, just to see if anybody had already done it. I want to see that at like a 4.7 at least.
Liz says she's going to turn around and get right back. You just let me know when
I just read that. Right. Let me know when to be at the airport.
Atlanta, Raleigh, Charlotte, wherever. I'll find a way to get there.
Now, as Johnson and I can attest, there is more than one Hampton Inn there in the north Spartan and North area there. So it is the one on North 185, right, Zach? I want to make sure I got the right one. Traveler Drive.
That's the one. It? Yep. On Traveler.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, just making sure before I give it to everybody in chat, because we literally Googled the closest one. We saw the directions. It was the smallest number, we thought, and drove to it. And we kept going. Of course, now, admittedly, Zach, the way the roads are set up there, every time I left somewhere with Josh, taking Jaron home, wherever, I got sent a different way home. Now, granted, the app may have been trying to direct us around what it knew was going on with the roads or whatever, but I have never seen so many ways to get to the same place and get lost doing it, because we would definitely wind up at the wrong Hampton. Having been there.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, it is pretty crazy.
We're expecting a lot more pictures than just that, right?
Yeah, look, these are 3 pictures that I managed to swipe from Ted on Facebook just for the show this morning, because I saw him post. So I just grabbed them and figured, what the hell?
Yeah, there was requests from you personally, Andrew, I know, and from other people there wanting us to try to document as much of like us all meeting for the first time, or me and Josh meeting. There's just no way when that emotional wave hits you to even think about pulling out a device to capture the moment. Well, number one, there's no way to capture it except with a picture. the feeling, the emotion, all that. Just there's no way.
Yeah,
And
there's
then
no
just
way to explain
again,
it, yeah.
there's so much happening.
I like
You're
that
wrapped in
way.
it. Oh yeah.
It's awesome. Yeah, Sarah G. Such a cool lady.
Oh, that lady. Yeah, she was definitely hanging tight with us. And at Cami's, she got out on the her and Chicago artist, and damn it, another lovely lady whose name escapes me. And again, I'm sorry for my horrible memory, but yeah, they actually the was that Monday? I think it was the day after the festival, right? Not Sunday. Yeah, Monday. They came by out there, and the water had receded enough to get back out onto the rocks area, which I have video. I don't know how good it'll be. Maybe I'll try to get it put up into the system for later in the day for the show where we're supposed to do videos, because showing them on the radio is difficult sometimes. But yeah, the water the day after it rained like it did was nuts over the dam and washed away this huge big ass log that was wedged there forever. How long has that log been there, Zack?
Over a year.
Yeah. It said, got it.
I had so many battles with that log, and the log won.
I fought the log, and the log won.
I was waiting for you, Josh. Oh yeah, just what a weekend. Now I'm still feeling for people who are without power and all that kind of stuff, and especially for people who lost so much in this horrible storm. But having said all that, the way things turned out, I don't think I would have changed anything. It was so special the way things just happened and all coalesced at that moment through all this strife and all this turmoil and just hectic craziness around us. We still had our fellowship. We still all got together. We broke bread. We laughed. We cried. We sang, and not one word in anger was shed, at least not in front of my eyes. So many smiling faces. Yeah, it was beautiful. I told you it's hard to put words to these things.
Yeah,
after
definitely.
I'm actually really surprised and also very much encouraged for future times like that in my entire life, that a very drastic thing happens, and unfortunately it got delayed by an entire day, but it still worked out. So that's what makes me smile, even though I couldn't be there. And I was only able to enjoy it for about 2 hours online this past Sunday when we did the live stream. Rico and Lowry and Crumb and everyone and Nico, they were all doing.
Went back and watched it.
Oh yeah, I've watched that twice already. It's just, the audio wasn't the greatest, but it was like, it is what it is, right? But I was definitely experiencing it from afar because I know what Vegas was like, which there's no words for it. You can't describe it unless you're there.
And you were often on my mind, Andrew. You definitely were, man. We talked, we were talking about the crew that was there from y'all's show and how, man, we just need to have Andrew here and we can have 2 shows going, in the same area. It would have been great to do a crossover, but we'll just have to do it at the next one. So you will be there, damn it. And thank you for all your assistance in getting folks there, helping folks get there, helping folks with their pain. And yeah, brother, thank you so much for everything
what did
you
I
did
do
for me. You did a lot. You did.
Okay, well, I thank you very much, but I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
Aside from
You
just
did.
motivational and financial
Personally,
support, I
you
suppose.
helped me get there. If no one else, you were 100% behind helping me get there. Encouragement in every way. as did many people. I mean, me and Josh had lengthy discussions, and Michelle was definitely behind it too. Because as I may have intimated a time or two, I don't do social events as well as I used to. My years of holding back everybody else's stuff, which I tend to pick up on generally.
Well, it's because you don't do the mosh
and
pits anymore, right?
Oh, well, that's probably exactly it. You don't get all that out, right? No, but truly, when you hang out around normies most of the time and you have to kind of block that stuff, both the aggravation that arises from just hearing the idiocy that comes out of their faces and from their just chaotic energy that's got, they're in such a turmoil following the script of the world that their emotional energy is just a torrent of crap that I have to literally put walls up around me to keep from feeling. So to be able to let those walls down, number one, enough to be able to get there in the first place, and then to be in that many people and it being nothing but amazing positivity flowing into me was just, again, no words. I'm trying, and it seems like I'm just rambling.
Yeah, I know.
But
There is no words
fucking
for it.
beautiful.
It's just the energy. It's like the human resonance with it. Just walking around, you can feel it. But in regards to music, which I think, sorry, I'm just going to say it's coming up on the break time. What was, like, if there was one song that you heard when you were there, what would be the greatest one? I know it's hard to say, but what would
It
you say
really is, dude. Because I did hear stuff by One Big Love that I had never even heard and loved. And then I got to hear stuff that Lowry had done that I've heard either on our show, his show, on the music he has. But I think the top was Airship. That was just the one I hoped so much to get to hear live. And it was fucking rocking.
Yeah, these guys are like serious musicians. Like, I don't know, it's different when you get to be that close and actually watch them do their thing together, and how they're like, because they didn't have all the gear. Like Rico couldn't hear a thing, so he was
right. It's hard to play drums with no in-ear monitors. He fucking was killing it though.
For like physical cues. Like Crumb would have to turn around and be like, do a hand gesture, and Rico would be like, yep, I got that. But it sounded amazing. And Lowry, dude, I've been going through Lowry's collection. This band is awesome.
Yeah, dude, I love his stuff.
Amazing, dude. The Rubens Tube loves him. It just
And then,
loves.
dude, that was the next thing. That's why I unmuted, was to say, and your fucking tube loved their tunes. Fuck yeah.
But yeah, we got break time. Yeah, more stories to come when we get back. It was an awesome weekend. I wish it was still going. I wish somehow there could be just like a community where we could all get together and stay for, some people stay months, some stay weeks, some come for a day. But just have, I don't know. There's got to be
There can be. There really can be. We just can't tell nobody about it.
Mm-hmm.
We just got to keep it very underground. Because unfortunately, when Big Brother hears about those kinds of awesome places, they tend to want to fuck it up for everybody.
Yeah, Jim Jones the place and shit like that. We don't need no big.
We don't need no Ruby Ridges.
No.
Yes, Rico got to play fucking drums with One Big Love. That was awesome, brother.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, didn't they use your equipment too for the Chief Crow? Yeah, no, I mean, everybody helped everybody. It was great.
It absolutely was. Let's take a break, and we will be able to get back here.
I guess.
Continue to regale everyone with our wild tales of Flattoberfest 2024, the Hurricane Edition. So do stick around, and we'll be right back.
One good thing about music, when it hits you feel no pain. See them thunderclouds when they come around, but don't feel no rain. When them headphones on, just drift away when you get that song. No guard up, no weapons drawn, just all love. We'll get to dawn through the long nights when it fade to black and you feeling like you won't make it back. Turn the volume up on your favorite track, then catch a vibe and play it back. See, music's food for the soul, warm the heart when you good and cold. That type of art that you couldn't hold, but you feel that shit when you hear that shit. I rock with a little bit of Nina Simone along with my speakers. That Otis Redding, that Bob Marley, them Wailers, all of my teachers. That Jimi Hendrix, that Janis Joplin, Sublime Pac, and that Johnny Cash, that DMX and that Biggie Smalls, with that Frank Sinatra, they got your back like a trust fall with those vibes. When we caught up in our lives, that lighthouse on the coastline where we lost looking for a guide. As an artist, it is my job to carry that torch forth and provide that therapy for the mind while leaving a legacy up on the ride. So
who gon' be there for you when you fall? When that sun don't shine, and tell me who you gonna call. With you through it all, and I'll never turn my back on you. Who gon' be there for you when you fall? When that sun don't shine, and tell me who you gonna call. With you through it all, and I'll never turn my back on you.
Good thing about music, when it hits you feel that vibe, and it overcomes all the bad shit that you feel inside. That negative that's been bottled up's a hill to climb, but that right song gives a sense of calm as it heals the mind, changing brain chemistry through the rhythm and melodies. Lyrics that infectiously lift your spirits collectively, cause life been weighing heavily. Everybody felt it, these times have been extra tough, have been getting rough on us mentally. So whether aux cord or Bluetooth or a USB, just turn it loud and watch the crowd as it takes over translucently. Cause music be that one language we all understand fluently, are the only damn thing that can supersede division and bring unity so beautifully. How it works from the first off to the final. When the soul needs a revival, just press play and check the vitals. Through all the human trials on this journey is survival. We tap into our primal when that needle touch the vinyl. So
who gon' be there for you when you fall? When that sun don't shine, and tell me who you gonna call. With you through it all, and I'll never turn my back on you. Who gon' be there for you when you fall? When that sun don't shine, and tell me who you gonna call. With you through it all, and I'll never turn my back on you.
Dark matter.
Okay, we don't know.
That's great. That's why it's called dark.
It's exactly.
Where everyone knows all reputable information comes from random people on the internet. Tell me things, internet. The earth is flat. It's like school in your hand.
Okay, dark matter is something we do not know what it is. We believe the dark matter is there, but we have never detected it. Well, what I'm afraid of course, is that there is no dark matter out there. There was one? There is no dark matter out there. We need to think really hard.
welcome back to the first half of the second half of the IRONWORX right here on freeworld.fm. And of course, you can find us on the YouTubes, at least for the time being, on the ironrealmmedia YouTube channel. This is our first time back since Flattoberfest. It really is dissatisfying now over the internet. Hanging out with you people that just doesn't cut it.
All right, I've got a question for you guys, for Josh and Walt. I asked this question before you guys met up and drove over there to the festival. And my question was, what are you guys going to be talking about during that drive? So my question now is, what were you talking about during the drive? The long drive, I mean, it wasn't just like listening to music. I'm sure you probably had the radio off for most of the time. What the fuck was it?
We actually didn't listen to a whole lot of music. In fact, the music didn't really kick in until... No, we didn't, really, because I expected we'd be jamming too, sharing music, but we just... I mean, it wasn't like, okay, this is the topic, let's talk about it, like on the show. I mean, it was just casual, getting to know each other, throwing out stories that we may not have ever shared, as far as, like, just things. We talked about our kids a bit. I met David. He was amazing. Awesome dude. That's Josh's son. Definitely had, again, there's really no way to explain it. Just the comfort of being able to actually sit in a car in silence without it being an uncomfortable silence. Does that make any sense? Just, again, like I've known Josh for eternity, and I know I have. And I've known, just the comfort of sitting within his energy and sharing my energy with him. It just felt like home. It felt like, and just, really, there's really no words.
I think I know what you're saying.
And like I said, there was no ultimate, like, oh, we talked about this topic and it was amazing. It was all amazing, It was all amazing, and yet all seemed so just part of my day, like a normal, like this is life, like, or it's like it should be anyway. And as he just said, there's no way for this internet thing to make it even close to that. So what we need to do is make this thing happen more often than we do. Not the whole, like, Flattoberfest. That definitely doesn't ever need to stop. But I just mean, like, Josh and I have threatened to go both directions probably 10 times over the years of like, well, let's, me and Michelle to get together and head up that way. Or y'all guys come down here and see the, swamp or whatever. And we just never do it. Because again, everybody's got their things and their deals and their things they do with life. And sometimes socially things get a little weird and different. And especially after the world broke and kind of, isolated us all. And just so the fact that now the Band-Aid has been ripped off, for me anyway, in so many ways. Number one, the fucking trip did not break me like it has every time I went to Oregon. And I know a lot of that has probably to do with the fact that I was much closer to my wreck in time. At that point, my wreck had just happened like 4 years ago, before that, 3 years, something like that. So I was still healing, literally still had things in me that were not correct. Now I still have things in me that are not correct. Never got fixed. Never had the surgery for my shoulder blade. I never had the surgery for my collarbone. It all works now, so I'm not doing all that crap again. But definitely the just the familiarity and the comfort level. Because I just figured I would get there and just kind of, feel a little awkward and feel like I was out of place. And I do feel like I was, I was right in the middle of the living room, in an air mattress. So I did feel like I was kind of imposing a bit.
It's awkward at the beginning.
That was me. Yeah, that was my deal. That was never the way Josh or Dixie or David or the Animals. You know, the Animals. Nobody made me feel that way. That was just my own psychosis that I was dealing with and got through really quickly, like really quickly. So yeah, the comfort level definitely was amazing. And I did hear some songs and music. I mean, we didn't not listen to songs, you know, and stuff, but definitely we just didn't. In fact, on the way home, you know, the trip over, we kind of split it, but, you know, on the way back over here. And the nighttime part, I'm used to, I can drive at night. It's not fun for anybody to drive at night, but I wasn't like worried about it. So I had the night trip over. And the plan, I figured, again, would be the same kind of way. Of course, we left early enough to where we really probably wouldn't ever hit any nighttime unless we got really delayed or had to go around a mountain or some roads or whatever. So, you know, we left early enough to where that really wasn't an issue, but I definitely figured I'd do at least half of the trip back, you know. And early on, it was mountains and like fog and stuff we hadn't really seen coming in because we hit that part at night. So I stayed awake and was looking at all the scenery, trying to catch a few pictures, which do none of that any justice. And just, you know, hanging out. And then
remind me again how it worked out. You flew up to where Josh was, and then you guys drove from there?
Right. I flew from my area, which is a really short trip straight through on a plane would probably have been about 4 hours, but because of the layover, you know, it was all together about 6 hours. And got there. We hopped up early for me anyway, on Wednesday and left. Because the original plan was either to go after he got off work Wednesday or to maybe even push it to Thursday because we knew people probably weren't going to be really getting around till Friday. But, you know, we wanted to spend as much time as we could hanging out with Zack and Cami and Liz. So Josh didn't go to work Wednesday and we left way earlier than originally planned. Thank God we did that because that last 3 hours was hellacious. Like my left hand was literally sore the next day from gripping that fucking steering wheel so tightly because I was definitely keeping a grip on it. Yeah, it was something else, man. But yeah, the trip out, the trip home, my plan again was, you know, take half of it off. We'd probably gap and stuff. And coincidentally, it was Josh's birthday. You know, I got to hang out with Josh on his birthday. Not
Josh.
On the first, not on the computer, not through a screen. I was in physical contact, sharing energy with Josh on his birthday. Sleepy fucking energy. Because, dude, there were things to be had at the festival. You know, there were herbal concoctions if one is so inclined to imbibe such things. It was definitely one of them that I had gotten a hold to. Definitely had a little more heavy dutiness to it that kept my ass knocked the fuck out.
And after this is over, I have a question for you in regards
you will
to that
hear
thing.
the answers. Yes, you will hear the answers after this.
Okay.
I'm trying to be good.
Okay.
But yeah, that shit literally had me knocked the fuck out. Zack too, he said the same thing when he was like, dude, me too. When I told him, dude, I couldn't even, I would wake up and see where we were and like, hey, you doing all right? You know, kind of check the scenario. Maybe we were stopping to piss or whatever. Stop, grab grub. Dude, I'd get back in the car and it wouldn't even be 15, 30 minutes. I'd be back nodding out, breaking my neck over there and finally just say, fuck it, let me lay back a minute and not hurt myself. Because I would really be, my neck in my lap. I was so just zombified. So, and even that was very comfortable. You know, I was comfortable enough to do that and not feel like, oh shit, I'm such an ass. I mean, I was an ass. I should have stayed awake, but still, I didn't feel like an ass. So, and Josh said he, you know, enjoyed the trip back, and he did it all the fucking way back. Like
I was Dr. Law's food.
All the fucking way back. Yeah, it's probably, you ain't lying. This stuff has some heavy duty itis in it. That definitely put me out. But it was just combo of all of it, just the, you know, all of it, like everything. Different things and all of it. So, white knuckles through the mountain, right? Yes, sir, Nemo. Lots of white knuckles in the mountain. Oh, that's a good song. We'll play that. No, that may be too heavy for you. Nah, fuck it. We're doing white knuckles. Let me go find it.
And see, that was part of the issue. I knew that I have issues driving. I'm a very anxious driver, and I knew that going in, which is part of the beauty of having Walter there to share the driving. Because, I mean, it was even something that Dixie was worried about. Like, I don't think she would have been comfortable with me going by myself and driving the whole way, knowing what an anxious driver I am.
What is the drive time from where you left and then start to end?
So when we put it in the GPS, it was like 10 and a half from St. Louis to Spartanburg.
Oh, yeah, that could be, yeah.
And we did it in 12, both directions.
Yeah, stopping for gas and using the restroom and whatnot.
And
right?
even coming back with all the rerouting and things that it made us do to snake our way through all the destruction and flooding, it was still only like 10 and a half, 11 hours. And we still did it in like 12 and a half, I think. But
what was our actual time driving out? I was so white-knuckled on it that I never even figured out the math. I know it wasn't 12 hours.
Yeah.
More like 13?
No, I think it was closer to 12.
Was it 12? Okay.
We left about...
It felt longer.
Seems like we left around noonish. Because it was a little bit later than even I wanted to, just for that reason.
12:06 when you sent the message, and it was 1:35, 1:37.
Was it that late when we rolled in?
There you go.
Yeah.
See, I thought it was about 13 hours. I really did.
Okay, so my other question in regards to the drive is the hurricane was going pretty much right across your path of...
Oh, yeah.
Did you guys experience that, like when you were driving across?
Well,
what was it? What route were you going? Like Highway 40?
The
Highway
last
10?
3 hours in those mountains, was it 40 we were on?
Yeah, we were on 40.
By the end, or was it still 85?
No, I don't think it was the last 3 hours that we were on 85. I do believe most of it was through 40. And it was, again, just maybe 12 hours or so, I'm guessing, like before it washed out.
Right. Like, we got through there just in time, truly, and then they closed it because it was gone. I've seen videos of that, too. It's nuts. Again, I'll try to get Michelle to figure out a way to get those to me. I think she finally sent them. How did she get me to see them? Was it email? Like, I don't remember. Because, again, for the longest time, I could play any of the TikTok she would send to me just easily on the, just going straight to browser. But now he won't let me do that. He wants me to get the app, and I'm not getting that app. So, but yeah, we got through. Like the weather got bad. It really did. It got to worrying me, which I was doing my best not to let Josh know because he was already worried. Again, I don't ride well in other people's bad weather driving. I really don't. I'm over there hitting the brake and driving my damn dashboard hard as I can as well. So I knew he was doing the same thing over there. So I was definitely trying not to let my nervous energy get off me and onto him as much as possible. But there were a few times when the road definitely was not there. I mean, there literally no reflectors, no road sign like lines. There's no street lights. It's the middle of the mountains, And then to add to that, they were doing construction before all that. So they had crazy shit happening. We'd be driving along in 3 lanes, and then suddenly the 2 lanes would turn into 1 lane. Like, I don't know if y'all remember that Seinfeld episode where Kramer went out and repainted that section of the highway for the luxury lane with the extra wide lane. That's what we would have suddenly, just the Kramer luxury lane out of nowhere. And then it would go back to the 3 lanes. And then sometimes the luxury lane would be blocked by 4 barrels. No, get over to the 1,000 feet or, road work ahead. It's all road work. And suddenly 4 barrels, dodge them. Hope you can make it. Hope it's not too wet. It was fucking nuts. It was nuts. And then we did come across a really bad wreck. Like, it was so bad. Like, the emergency was there and they were already pulling the truck up onto a wrecker, but you could still smell the brakes that they had tried to apply to keep from hitting that middle cement guardrail, which they took probably a good 2-foot section out of? Big chunk.
It was a chunk.
Yeah, it was nuts. That's probably one. Yeah. That one made me freak. That wreck made me freak. Because I knew if I, hydroplaned the wrong way, I'd be up on that rail. So, yeah, that one, that was a little sphinctery. But anyway, we got there. But it was rough riding to get there. It definitely got bad there. The last, at least hour for sure, was hellacious, for sure.
Well, it's good to hear that you guys got there safely, had a wonderful fucking time, and then got home. And probably didn't want to go home either, but
no, I didn't want to go home.
That's how it is.
Did not.
So realize that anxious driving fucking sucks, especially when you have to do it over a long distance. So
it's not very good either.
there are more people that are still out there
Rico!
anxious driving, and I want you guys to keep that in mind this morning and keep Rico in your thoughts and prayers whilst he limps on down the road as he's trying to get home too.
Yeah, Rico, give me a call after this, man.
I will. Okay, so I was like sitting here going, oh God, I want to call in so bad, but I don't want to be intrusive. I'm like, oh, my co-host Andrew calls in every day, so I can call in.
No, I'm like every other time. It's not every day.
Oh, F you, dude. I love you.
No, I mean, come on.
We love it. We don't care either way.
Man, that drive-in.
You both can be here every fucking day, just so y'all both know.
No, I know. I'm just. If you knew my personality, I just don't want to like be intrusive and ruin the show. But the drive-in, the fact that I wrecked when I did, is so weird because I hydroplaned through one of those tunnels in the mountain.
Oh, the tunnel.
Yeah,
Tunnels.
I couldn't believe I made it out. What a weekend, guys. You guys just gave Richard a wrench. Check this crap out. I was kind of lost, but like an hour the other way from home, and realized it was too dark and there was too much water on the road. And I was like, I need a hotel. So I put in nearest hotel. I pull up at the hotel. I'm like calling people like, this looks exactly like where the festival was. I was back at the festival. No, I stayed with Richard and a couple from the Netherlands.
Yeah.
In their hotel
Xander.
room. Like, oh, say again?
Stephanie and Sander.
Yeah.
There you go. Yep.
Oh, Stephanie and Sandra are awesome.
If you knew how long it took me to figure out I was at the same place. It's like, wait, how? Like, and Amory was, my wife, was like, no, you just already had it in your navigator. Like, I was like, Amory, I didn't drive here. I swear this is just crazy. But yeah, they put me up, and I owe Richard a handy. Inside joke.
Wait, a handy?
I don't think.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's not an inside joke, Rico. Everybody knows what that means.
So stupid. Oh,
So
God.
Stephanie and Sander, by the way, just for everyone that's not aware of this, they're from the Netherlands, which is where Amsterdam is located. And I brought some California herbal medicine with me, and they enjoyed it.
Oh, okay.
They enjoyed it, and I gave them a going home kind of a present, and they were like, "That's way too strong." Like, what the fuck? You're from the Netherlands.
Dude, there was a couple people like straight. Oh, you know what? God, I got so many stories. Zach, I thought you were teasing me about giving me that what's it called? The pipe.
The Rubens tube.
Yeah, I thought you were like
Yeah.
teasing me. That's why I turned you down. I'm like, yeah, I'm not falling for that. He's not. He's just gonna play a joke on me. And then you gave it to some other girl. I was like, oh crap! I really could have had that.
She ended up, she couldn't get it into her car. So I have it. It's here at the thing.
Oh my God.
Again.
You might have a second chance at it, Rico.
Oh, that would be
He came
so
over to me
sweet.
after he
Everyone
realized you
signed
were
it.
really asking. It was like, dude, he was serious. I'm like, well, yeah. He wanted you to have it, and then I realized the lady you gave it to was from Romania, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, how in the hell is she gonna put that in the overhead?
Oh my God, dude, I'm so stupid. Like, I try so hard not to get effed with because I fall for everything. And I'm like, yep, cool, nope. And you were being for real. No, I would love it. And like the fact that everyone signed it with that gold Sharpie, it looked so cool. I was like, oh no, he was really giving it to me.
There is one regret I do have. In
What's that?
all the excitement, I had a shirt. That shirt I made, well, I didn't make it. I bought it first, and then I wrote lies on the bottom of it. It was that bluish, white, tie-dyed NASA shirt that I wrote NASA lies under their logo. And I was going to take that around the festival and get everybody to sign it. So I'd have something that, everybody had kind of put some energy into. And the first time we went down to the creek, it got all wet. So I hung it on the back of one of Cami's kitchen chairs to dry off. And every time I'd check it, it was still damp. And I'd check it, and it was still damp. And then it was finally dry enough to take, I believe, the second day. And I had it folded up in the dash, ready to pull it out. And it never crossed my mind once I got there. Because, again, so much stuff going on, so many things happening. It did cross my mind when we were all signing the map. When I was signing that map, I was like, oh, wait, I got to get the shirt. But I think at that point, it was just, I couldn't ever get back to the car and make it happen. There was just too many distractions, and my mind was definitely in every direction you can imagine. So I'll do that at the next one.
Can I tell you guys something you guys haven't brought up? I don't think any of you guys were there, but Karen B's mother's house, where Crumb and Emily moved, Karen, Ted, Chief Crow, me, like all the musicians were at the same house. That's where we all did our rehearsals. Well, the power went out. For some reason, I slept during the hurricane, which just shows you how backwards I am. But
I do that. I do that, dude. Don't even think that's backwards. I think that's a reaction to the amount of energy that it is. I really do. Because, I can't tell you the number of times I get everything battened down, all the prepping done, we're ready, batteries, water, etc. Storm's coming. I sleep through it. I slept through this one, literally. I woke up, heard some wind, I've seen this, and went right back to sleep. Yep, I slept right through it.
So check this out. The next day, there's no power. We don't think there's a festival, but the price of admission alone was paid for that Friday with Crumb and Chief Crow playing acoustic guitar and us doing karaoke. It was amazing. And they knew every song. There's that one song about that one weird guy that has a male eating disorder called, you guys played it actually, Anna's song.
Uh-huh.
They both knew it. We were all singing
that's not your average. I need to learn this song, right? That's
right. No. They both knew it by heart, and actually had stories. Because I'm not what's that band called from Australia? The water out of the tap is very hard to drink.
Men at Work.
Silverchair.
Oh, Silverchair. Yeah.
Yeah, they have a song called Anna's Song, and someone sent it to me to make me feel better when I was still going through that. Dude. It was the best night ever. Everyone was singing their heart out. It was the best karaoke ever.
The synchronicities are just insane.
They really are. When you start paying attention,
yeah,
it's nonstop. I don't even trip anymore. I'm of course that's whatever. You know what I mean? I don't even trip over the synchronicities anymore.
Yeah.
Lowry has the word Kismet. Kismet?
Oh, yeah, Kismet, yeah.
Yeah, that's what he calls them. It's non-stop around you guys.
One more regret. I did not get to do karaoke with you guys because I definitely had the lyrics to Holy Vaxxer ready to go, Andrew.
Hey, Andrew?
Yeah,
did we lose him?
Do some
there he
karaoke?
is.
Really bad?
Oh, I can't sing for shit. It was awful.
No, I'm not ready for that. Not right now. Maybe on Sunday.
Yeah, right. Dude, you know what the saddest thought? I've had the best week ever, but the saddest thought, I was like, oh, wow, Sombrero was great at the festival. What's so great about it? Oh, I'm not there.
No, I didn't say that. No, fuck no,
my mom said it.
Oh, now I'm feeling. Self-esteem is going really down. All right, but it's past the break time, so
it is.
Get interviews, and my phone didn't work.
Yeah,
we did make it to another last break. This is not really the last break, right?
It is. We blew through.
Wow.
Oh, Jesus.
Dude, flying by is not even the word for this one. Good Lord.
Rico does not want to get back on the road.
Just get you a couple twerks in right as she's sitting down. And
Oh, I do need to twerk.
Did you figure out what it is? Yeah, twerking is a great way to get rid of that nervous energy. Is it the radiator? Is it the thermostat? What do you have any clue what's going on? Why it keeps overheating?
I've never called a shower a twerk. Yeah, because I fucking totaled my car and it's leaking. Like I have to pull over and put water in it.
That sucks.
I had the weirdest fear. I'm like, I'm never going to see my babies again. Like, it's so, oh my God, it's so gnarly. I have to pull over like every 5 to 10 minutes. In Atlanta's traffic is just effed.
Yeah, that's what sucks is traffic.
All right, after the stream's over,
Oh,
give me a call.
wow.
I got a suggestion for you. Okay?
Did you just
I've been
send
in that situation
Damascus?
even worse. So call me after this, all right? Or we'll just talk after.
Okay.
It's just
real
a
quick
pinball.
before this break, and this. Did she just hang me up? Hello.
Oh, you're here.
You're here.
We got
Okay. So everything went away. Yeah.
Oh, one more
shout
thing.
out.
One more thing. I'm gonna hang it back up.
Damascus Eternal Eye in chat. No, I'm not hanging up. I'm just wanting to shout out my buddy I just saw in chat. Sorry, before we played the song. What's up, brother? Miss your ass. We need to get you back on.
One last thing. I sent. Are you there? Am I here?
Yep, we're here.
Yeah, I'm you.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, okay. So I find a motel room, and Nico's like, just like, where are you? Send a screenshot of, maps. Like, where are you? We want to know where you are, so we know you're safe. I send a screenshot, and I'm right beside a sperm donor clinic.
Right, and then you had to pretend like it's a coincidence.
That's so hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
Andrew,
And,
tell the details.
speaking of that same thing, when I was teaching my class tonight, that text came in. It was just like text after text after text. And I was like, I can't look at it right now. I'm teaching fucking, this complicated stuff. And all of a sudden I was like, holy shit. And I was like, hey, by the way, guys, my buddy's kind of broke down across the country and he's located right next to this. And I just pulled out my phone and showed them the actual text. And everyone just started fucking busting out laughing. Yes.
Well, the website's so funny. It's like, you're going to do it anyway. Might as well make money.
DonateSperm.com.
There you go. That's how I knew you had to pretend like that was a coincidence. Like, you already checked out the website, Rico. Let's not pretend like you didn't know that was there. You were looking into it, had the website pulled up, checking prices, looking for the best deals. But all right, let's take a little break and we'll be back for the fourth and final segment coming up right after this.
Are you still lost tonight? Living but dead inside. This is a proclamation. This is a call to rise. Are you abused alone? Walking with broken bones. If you feel you've been forgotten, let this song guide you home. We are the disillusioned. We've been left wanting more. Before every aspiration hits the floor. Hold on for your life. Oh, we feel it so far from alive. The damned that don't believe and the cursed can dream no more. So hold on for your life, because only the strong survive. They tell you what you should be. They sell you their plastic dreams. Opinions are all provided, but nothing is what it seems. I dare you to take control, 'cause empty your hands and bruise all the souls of those who show no resistance, those who are weak below. We are the disenchanted who die with each passing day. No one here understands us, so I say, hold on for your life. Oh, we feel it so far from alive. The damned are done believing, and the cursed can dream no more. So hold on for your life, because only the strong survive. How will it feel to live a life until you die a day where nothing is real? As we sacrifice, bending until we break, it's been revealed. Hold on for your life. Dreams are not theirs to take. Dreams are not theirs to take. Hold on for your life. Oh, we feel it so far from alive. The damned are done believing, and the cursed can dream no more. So hold on for your life, because only the strong last and only the strong survive.
That's tomorrow. And that is it for us today. Okay, I don't know. Whatever it is, it's not right on the teleprompter. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that.
No, there is. We are going to do Sting, yeah.
Okay, but now I can't read it. There's no words on it.
Okay. Ready? Sure.
There's no words there. To play us out. What does that mean? To play us out.
Sting is going to do, it's a video, Sting video.
What is
For credits.
I don't know what that means, to play us out. What does that mean? To end the show?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, go.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it.
Okay. In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with a... I can't do it.
Okay.
We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
And welcome back. Fourth and final segment of the IRONWORX kicking off right now.
I love that.
And if you've enjoyed this morning's conversation, make sure you tune in this afternoon for Have No Sphere, where we will be, hopefully, be joined by Cami, and we can continue this discussion from her point of view as being the hostess with the mostest.
Yeah, it was awesome. She was feeling better. Yeah. She misses you guys.
And
She was
missed.
Yeah, missing Liz last night. Minion didn't know what to do. He was the king of the castle, had a lady on each side of him.
Right?
Roll off the bed or nothing. He was just in heaven.
Yeah, I saw some small video clips of Liz in the background and her with Brian Staveley, and that's about the extent that I ever saw with Liz. And Liz is super self-conscious about her appearance. I'm like, Liz, why? Like, you're
Why?
not.
Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. That's like, you have no reason to do that, Liz. Please understand that. You're a beautiful lady. So, just understand that you're photogenic. I'm not, but you are. Either way, it sounds like everyone had a super wonderful time.
Indeed.
And hopefully we can hear some more from Karen, because she was on a tiny little bit here and there, but not on this stream. Either way, I'd like to hear more from Karen in the coming weeks in regards to how...
I was going to say, I don't know if she's had enough time to decompress just yet. Maybe Zack and Cami can reach out and see when that might be. You know, I know they are closer and can probably gauge that better than we can from so far away. But yeah, with the stress leading up to the craziness of just the event itself in a normal atmosphere, you know, can be overwhelming. I'm sure I've watched it happening with the anime convention. But to have it then turn into what it turned into, my brother-in-law has been doing or he used to, they did like this thing called MechaCon. It's the biggest anime convention, basically, in the South for sure. Maybe in the States. They have people come from Japan and all these guest voice artists who do all the anime cartoons that are real popular. I don't watch any of them, so I don't know, but yeah, I've seen the behind the scenes of that. In a regular setting, it's fucking insanity, and it goes on for months at a time. So for it to turn into Karen's event, to turn into from the normal madness to adding a fucking hurricane destroying the fucking world, literally on top of it. Yeah, she was.
Wait, are you telling me that there was an anime convention going on in the same time location?
I'm comparing the stress level, because the stress level of a normal convention setup is bad. It's fucking nuts. You got your fucking, everybody's pulling you in 1,000 directions, all the details. So add to that a hurricane that fucks it all up, like completely up. Not just like, oh, we're not going to be able to get to the event, but like all the equipment was there. There were like a t-shirt that was already like, it was fucking madness, and yet it happened. Yeah, she may have been stressing on the inside, but every time I saw her, she had a big smile on her face. So I think she was pleased at what got pulled together. I hope she was anyway, because like I told her at that last hug, it was the most amazing thing I've ever been. If he happens to hear this.
Yeah, the loofah arch that Ted and I put up there in the yard over there, it made it through the hurricane.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I know she lost, was it a coop? I think I heard.
Yeah, a tree fell on one of the chicken coops.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what it was. But they didn't lose any chickens or anything like that. So all the little ladies are okay. He's got names for them all and everything. It's so funny. Watching them hatch and everything. Yeah, it's awesome over there in Karen Land. But yeah, they were pretty blessed. I mean, there's some really big trees that could have done they had some fallout in the forest and stuff like that, but nothing really hurt the house or anything like that. So they got power back now, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Yeah, they did a really great job they're doing a great job, I should say. Yeah, the garbage just came around yesterday. And our pickup day is Wednesday, but the dump had to be closed for like 3 days for just for clearing debris and all that kind of crazy stuff that had to get out of the way. But it's back
so
up.
I have a question in regards to that. Because I don't watch TV. I just watch YouTube and shit like that. But either way, people were saying that there were rivers and stuff that were just going down people's roads, and every once in a while they would see dead bodies. Is that true?
I know up north, I heard. Yeah, I heard that's still happening. They're still finding people. I think it's up to 160 right now.
Thought it was like 190.
Yeah,
I thought it was what I heard.
Yeah, Asheville was like there were just houses floating down roads. It wasn't just water going down the road. I mean, the land.
Well, didn't I hear Karen say that the people that were behind the festival grounds, that their house was gone?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I heard her say that, yeah.
They got the warning that they had to evacuate when the water hit their back door. It started coming into his back door. That's how much time he had. I mean, I'm sure he was kind of watching it and whatnot, but yeah, it was insane. The people up there that it really, really affected. I mean, we are so blessed. We had power glitch out for, it reset the clocks, and that was it. We had phones and power and water and all that kind of stuff the whole time.
Yeah,
So,
we
were so blessed.
Walter saved us for sure. I know he was putting up bubbles of protection, and it was nothing short of
Walter came in with that cape, like Superman.
Well, it was nothing short of miraculous. I mean, really, given the death and destruction all around us, the fact that, I mean, trees around the house were breaking off and flying through the air. I mean, one kind of touched the house, so there's that. But it smashed the neighbor's fence and knocked off a part of their shingles and their gutter and hit the roof. It wasn't bad, but it was still an insurance claim. But again,
would you guys like for me to show you in 2017 when I was a volunteer in Puerto Rico for Hurricane Maria?
Well,
I've got
sure
loads of pictures. If not, no big deal. I can show you later on.
Okay, well, it may not be the best for, freeworld.fm and the little radio show that we do.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
But we can totally pop
something
them up and we can flash them at least a little bit.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll go through them like pretty quickly. Don't worry.
Say we've only got 7 minutes before we get out of here anyway.
Oh, wow.
Okay, I can do that. Yeah, no worries. Okay.
Yeah, I tried to take a couple of photos while we drove around of what I could see there damage-wise, but it was nothing like what happened just 40 miles away or so there in Asheville. And what was the other place? Chimney Rock? Didn't they get hit pretty bad, Michelle said?
The Chimney Rock is gone.
Yeah, that's kind of what she said.
Right over Lake Lure. That was where we were going to take Liz, actually. Because that's where they filmed Dirty Dancing, and that's where our beach is that we used to go to. And now you can't, there's the road right there. You can see little bits of it here and there. But there's like 2 feet of earth covering the road in places with just like, it looks like a logging thing came through and just cut down and then threw logs somehow all over the place. There was probably about 30 buildings there at one time, and now there's maybe 10. Maybe. Yeah, it devastated that place. Just horrible.
Yeah, Big Pine in chat saying it was wild that we were the ones that got hit where we were there in the mountainous area while he was on the coast getting ready. But instead, it was the middle of the country that took the worst of it. We talk about weather modification.
I can show later on too.
So. We talk about. You can talk. I mean, you can throw it while I'm talking. What's up, Lee, dude? My God, it was so good to meet you and hug you and just share energy with you, my friend.
Yes, it was.
Like I told you before, you're definitely a brother from another, and it was good seeing you in this lifetime again. Because my friend, I know we've shared many. But anyway, it was nuts that where we were planning to do an event. Whatever, like conspiracy crap you want to call it, but it just wasn't natural, What was the headline you saw, Zack? Biblical?
Yeah. Biblical. I think think it was New York.
I mean, this is the people that have been there, living there for 80 plus years, you know, they've never seen shit like this. It just didn't make any sense at all. You know, I figured we'd get a band, maybe two, front and leading, maybe, you know, and then maybe some on the backside. But for it to have done what it did, where it did, and, you know, Josh talked about the bubble. We all were cloud busting. Hell, I had to start cloud busting on my trip over because we hit some pretty rough turbulence in the little pond topper I took from Lafayette to Dallas. Like, you know, outside of your seat a little bit. Not quite, but definitely roller coaster time. So I was busting shit then, and it just never stopped from that point on. I had weather busting on my agenda and definitely spent a lot of energy on it during the days and nights. So one never wants to put a storm on anyone else, but, you know, it's definitely just crazy how this happened. It just makes no sense. And I know earlier in chat, I tried to scroll back up, but I had switched out to give the wrench out, so I can't get back to the top. But someone mentioned seeing planes inside a fucking hurricane for some extended period. And I get it, there's storm chasers and there's whatever, but yeah, we watched the fucking Doppler. We watched the areas that light up right before and during this shit. We've seen the power plants kick on and throw their extra steam up into the atmosphere. I mean, we've seen it all happen. There's no doubt they drive the weather and do what they want to with it. Anyway, I'll take my tinfoil hat off. Shout out, Lou.
That are saying that real quick. Yeah, there's people that aren't in our community, you know, that are like not wearing the coolest hat I've ever had, an actual tinfoil hat, but they're saying this doesn't seem natural. You know, there was some type of something that happened here, some type of manipulation of some sort to strengthen a hurricane 500 miles inland.
Inland. That's the part that just don't make sense. You know,
yeah,
I know what Rita did. I know what Katrina did.
But whenever a hurricane goes inland, it never starts getting stronger then. That's just, no. So weird. But yeah, man, we are so close to the end here. Wow. Yeah, there's some crazy pictures there, Andrew B.
Yeah, man, I've been checking them out. Tonight, what I'll do is I'll try to get what I have into the Telegram app so I can easily get our here on Skype or whatever, so we can easily get
those
to
are
them.
pictures I took myself, sometimes from a camera from a car, sometimes my actual P900. But yeah, that was Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is shaped like a jelly bean or a potato. You know, it's 100 miles wide, 30 miles in, like, you know, north to south kind of thing. So yeah, this is why I think, hurricanes are definitely able to be basically navigated.
Manipulated, absolutely. Yeah, I'm sorry, Damascus, I'll catch you up, man. We're at the last minute, yeah. So I can't really rewind right now and tell you what it all was about. But yeah, just storm of the century that I drove into, like from South Louisiana. I went to a hurricane in fucking South Carolina. What nuts. Anyway, thank you guys. Love y'all immensely. Hugs to those that weren't there. Hugs to those that were. I love you guys. Thank y'all.
Love y'all.
Love you guys. Have a great rest of your Friday and enjoy your weekend. The plan is to come back here for Have No Sphere, kicking off around 5:30-ish this evening Central Time. So do join us then, and hopefully Cami will be able to regale us with her stories, and with a little bit of luck, we can get maybe Karen and Ted and maybe a few other people to come join us and tell us their thoughts on how they spent their weekend. But until then, you guys have a great weekend. Be good, be well. Do good. And do it well. We love you.